Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask Hat on, suit on, looking like the Dapper Dawn, giving them all dressed like $1 million bucks, things in his cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh, yeah, they're listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Steve Harvey. Why don't you join? Yeah. Steve Harvey. Get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs. Why not listen to Steve Harvey? Yeah, join me. Come with me, help me say. I'm so afraid to go home. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. I know y'all can hear me on. Turn it up. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Yeah. Turn your radio on. You gotta turn your radio on. Turn it on. Turn them up, Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on to the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on, do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You're listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey got a radio show. Today is real simple. For everybody that's trying to become successful on any level, in any arena, any genre, I don't care what it is. If you're trying to be successful, this message is for you. Let me help you understand something real clear. You ain't going to make it the way you want to, and you're not going to make it to the heights that's fully out there and available for you without God. And I'm just going to keep it real simple and clean for you today. You're not going to make it the way you want to, and you're not going to get to the heights that's available to you without God. You have to get this through your head. You can try it if you want to, because I did. I'm here to tell you, I am talking purely from experience here. You can try it without God, and you can see how far you can get. Will you have some measures of success? Of course you will. Will it feel like days like you might make it? Of course you will. But let me ask you a question, though. What you gonna do about them days when you feel like you ain't gonna make it? When you gonna do about them days where it feel like there are no answers to your questions? What you gonna do about them days? What you gonna do about them days when everybody laughing at you and turn against you? What you gonna do about them days when you just don't see no way through it? What you gonna do about them days? I got the sunshine. You know, sunshine cool. Everybody got friends when it's sunny outside. You want some friends? Hit the lotto. You want to get rid of them friends? Go ask for some help. Man, I'm talking about, man, they scatter like roaches when lights come on. I'm trying to tell you. So now, here we go again. You can do this without God now, because I've done it. And you can have yourself some measure of success. Let me even hip you to a little bit closer, though. Let me tell you why you are doing it without God and having some measure of success. Can I tell you why? Because of God's grace and mercy to us. Because of his grace and mercy trying to keep us in spite of ourselves for the real mission that he really got for us. See, that's the truth of the matter now. Now what we talking about now, Steve. See, so yeah, you can do it without God, and you can have some measure of success without God. And yeah, you got your little degree and everything, or yeah, you completed the program, got all that, yada, yada, yada. But don't you know something? It's because of God's grace and mercy that he helps us anyway, even when we ain't asking for help, when he bails us out anyway, when we ain't even asking to be bailed out. You know why? Because he loves us that much, that he would allow us to exist until we get our mind together where he could take us where he really trying to take us. Let's get this real straight and clear today. You can do this without God if you want to. But I am telling you, to get to where you really want to be and to be all that God has for you, you got to have God. There is no ifs, ands, buts about it. And let me tell you this here. I don't really care what nobody done told you. Are you listening to me? I don't care what they say. Don't get this thing twisted. They got these people out here talking about they Illuminatis and all this here. Man, don't listen to me. Don't get caught in this mess. Don't get caught in no foolishness. You were created by God. God created you and your soul. We were all created in his image. All of us. Don't get to talking about you finna cut a deal with the devil and all. You ain't cutting no deal with nobody, man. The devil don't do deals. He one-sided. I'm taking you to hell, you going to hell, you'll burn in hell. That's his deal. I want your soul. I want you to lose hope. I want you to take your life. I want you to take some other people's lives. I want you to feel hopeless. I want you to realize that there ain't no God. That's his whole deal. His whole deal is negative. Oh, he can talk you into dealing drugs if you want to, but let me tell you something about this. I watch these shows all the time. Drug Inc. and all this here, cocaine mafia. Everybody on there go to jail or get killed. Our prisons is filled today with our young boys because they thought they could outslick the system. They thought they had a way. They thought they sitting up in here and they fell for the old cliche, man, I got to do what I got to do. I got to get this money. Well, the only reason you got to do what you got to do is because, like I say all the time, you didn't do what you were supposed to do. It is but because of his grace and mercy that we exist. And God is just taking care of you, looking out for you. Got some angels encamped around you until you get your mind right so he can get you where you're going. But now I want you to understand something. There's a cost and a consequence and a penalty for everything we do that's outside the will of God. That's for all of us. All of us have consequences, penalties, and everything that we got to deal with outside of the will of God. Understand that clearly. Don't get this thing twisted sideways. You understand me? You know, I heard a young man tell me one day, he said, Steve, you know, man, I just don't see how God looking out for me if he would allow all these things to happen to me. I'm having such a hard time in my life. I really don't see how there's a God looking out for me. I looked at the young man. I said, let me ask you something, man. You still breathing? He said, yeah, I'm standing here talking to you. I said, you still free? He said, what you mean? I said, you ain't locked up, are you? He said, no, I'm standing here talking to you. I said, where you get them clothes from? I bought them. I said, well, you bought them with what? I bought them with money. I said, where you get the money from, young man? He said, I got a job, Mr. Harvey. I got a job. I said, well, where you live, though? He said, I got an apartment. I said, well, where you get the apartment from? Mr. Harvey, I'm working. I got an apartment. I got a job. I said, oh, okay. Okay. So now this God ain't looking out for you thing. Finish telling me what you telling me. Well, see, man, I'm having it real hard right now. I said, hey, man, are you hungry? Have you had lunch yet? He said, yeah, I already had lunch yet. I said, oh, okay. So go on, finish telling me about this, how God ain't looking out for you. He said, and you know, man, every time I try to do something, it seemed like it go wrong for me. I said, but let me ask you something, man. I said, every time it go wrong for you, I say, somehow you survive it. He said, yeah, I survive it some kind of way, but it still be all messed up for me. I said, but you still got through it, though. He said, yeah. I said, okay, man, go on, finish telling me how God ain't looking out for you. And he stopped. He said, hey, Mr. Harvey, he said, how come every time I tell you something that's going wrong, you keep telling me God looking out for me? I said, because you still here, man. I said, see, you don't understand it. I said, you seem to think that you're supposed to skate through life, that it's all supposed to go how you want it, any kind of way. I said, man, these is the test of your faith. I said, God looking out for you the whole time. I said, every time you tell me something going wrong, you seem to turn around and tell me how you survived it. You keep telling me what ain't going right, but you keep telling me all these things you have. I said, man, so what you got to do is you got to stop looking at the what you ain't got column and start focusing on the what you do have column. But if you ain't happy with nothing he done done for you, you want him to keep piling stuff on. I said, you failed in the test, young man. The test is, are you grateful for where you are right now so I could give you more so we can move forward? He said, oh, man, I never even looked at it like that. I said, well, why don't you take your blessed self on somewhere and sit down? He said, man, I think I'm going to go on over here and let you finish talking. I said, thank you, son. Sometimes you just got to look at what you do got, folks. That's all it is, okay? You can't make it without God, y'all. You got me today? All right, let's be clear. Let's go.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's here. Another day, another opportunity, another chance, another blessing. All of it's good. It's Steve Harvey Morning Show. Out and about, making my rounds. My life is filled with grace and favor. Man, I just got to remember how far God done brought me and quit going back. I have got to stop letting people drag me back. I got to quit doing that. I'm gone. Why am I going back? I'm gone. I'm out there.
We're not going
Man, what's wrong with me? Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Harvey Morning Show. Shirley Strawberry with a star on her head. Carla Farrell, Mississippi Monica. Junior with a baseball hat. Junior, I wore a baseball hat today in honor of you and the legend that is the sleeve. Nephew Tommy. I wore a hat like you, act like I ain't bald.
What's good, big dog?
Kamala.
Come on, man.
Ain't nothing.
What happened? What you thinking, huh? What happened? What you see last night?
Well, first of all, I want to thank the Lord that he let me see the debate, because I just want to thank him for that. Just some basic stuff.
Thank you, Lord.
Because when you're out the country, it ain't no guarantee. I ain't seen a football game, but I saw the debate.
Yeah.
All I can tell y'all right now, it's clear to me who should be president. It's crystal clear to me. If I know there are some undecided voters out there for whatever that reason may be, and I respect you, just based on tonight, though, just based on what I saw, you clearly, if you're not watching Fox, you got to know what just happened. Yeah. Even the Republicans on CNN said he got slapped around pretty bad, but he still won. Okay, I don't know how you do that. If I get my ass whooped, but I win, I don't understand that. Now, I've been jumped on several times. Every loss I ever took on the block, I never saw that as a win. But she was presidential. She was smart. She was sharp. She was on. Man, let me tell you something. She was prepared. She wasn't playing around, and she reminded everybody who he is and who he was. Now, did that move the needle for his Trump supporters?
No.
I doubt it.
That's
but
crazy.
For the undecided voter, for the people who was planning on sitting it out, sitting on the sideline, I was really, really proud of her. Really, really just super. I said, you better be bad.
She was the president last night. She was a leader. She was strong.
She was focused.
Yeah.
He just smart. He said nothing.
He didn't
just threw a
answer one
tantrum.
Question.
Especially about Obamacare, we got some concepts and some plans, but what is it? They're concepts right now. Bro, there's nothing better than affordable health care, and his constituents know it, because if you remove that, 80% of the people that's voting for him will suffer.
That's right, Steve. That's right. All right, coming up
at 30... It right. Congratulations to
Vice President Harris.
She whooped his ass!
Coming up in 32 minutes after the hour, we'll hear from the nephew as he runs that prank back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for the nephew to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
Butt cheeks. Butt cheeks. Let's go, cat dog.
Hello?
Hello, I'm trying to reach Carmen, Miss Carmen.
This is Nate. My ass was calling.
I'm the principal at the high school where your daughter goes. This is Mr. Porter. Porter, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Is everything good?
Yeah. Everything is fine. Now your daughter is 10th grade, Crystal, right?
Correct.
Okay. I want to make sure we got so many kids with the same names. I wanted to make sure I had the right person. So here's the issue. You say your name was Nate?
Yeah.
Okay. Nate, the problem we're having here at the school is, I don't know if you are aware of it, but when your wife drops Crystal off at school, we've got the parents as well as some of the teachers. They're complaining about what she's wearing. What your wife is wearing? Yeah, what she's wearing when she drops the kids off. Evidently her clothes are very skimpy, and her butt cheeks are out. You know, I don't know if I haven't actually seen her, but I've been getting these reports from. We've been getting.
Well, that's a little strange to me. I'm typically at work. I mean, I don't know what she's wearing. I'm gonna have to talk to her later on today.
Okay. Well, what I was gonna suggest is, you know, I thought I was calling her phone. I didn't know I was gonna get you, but what I wanted to do is get her to come up here so I can see what she's wearing. You know?
Oh no. I think I got this handled, dude. I can take care of it.
Well, I think it's gonna be better for both of us. Like if I was to able to see her, and let her.
Look, player. Look. I got it. My daughter. This is not even really concerning my daughter. This is, this is above that pay grade. Let me handle it. So, my daughter going to the principal's office is one thing. I'll be on top of that, but I'm definitely gonna be on top of this. So like I said, I think I got this handled.
Right. Now your wife Carmen, is she there?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, is there any way I can talk to her?
No, like I told you, I think I got this one. I can take care of this. And my thing is, I've already told you that 3 times. I don't know where you're really going with this. I'm gonna talk to her and get the situation rectified as soon as I can.
Okay.
But you don't need to see her, talk to her, nothing like that.
Being the principal here at the school, sir, and like I said, I'm just trying to, handle the school in an orderly fashion and make sure that all things are taken care of around here and we have no issues and no problems. So look,
player, you're not talking to my daughter. You're talking to me. I'm a husband. I'm a father. I'm telling you, when I tell you I got to handle. I got it handled.
I understand that, but I have to handle my school, though. You understand that? I have to handle the school.
I will drop my daughter off myself.
Okay, I understand that. Well, no.
So, I mean, do I need to come up there and talk to you?
No, I need your wife to come talk to me. I need to see what she be wearing.
You don't need to talk to my wife. Look, player, do you have a wife?
I have a wife.
Can come to my office.
Well, what are you talking about?
No, what are you talking about? That my wife needs to come and so you can inspect her outfit. I'm not playing that game, player. We're not doing that.
Okay, I need to see what your wife be wearing when she dropping these kids.
Give me your cell phone. I'll send you a picture.
Hey man, I think we must have gone down the wrong street with this conversation.
Yeah, no, we definitely down the wrong boulevard on this one, player.
Okay.
Let me just make it very clear to you. My wife, you seeing that in the office and all that, maybe we can come up there tomorrow. It's going to be me and her. No, she's not coming up to the principal's office. We don't need to do all that.
But we don't have a problem with you. We just need her. I just need to see.
No, you're going to have a problem with me if we keep going down this road right now.
Okay, so it's okay for her to have her butt cheeks out when she dropped the kids off, but as soon as I want to have her come out of office for a meeting about this situation.
Well, right now, you said you claiming her butt cheeks is out, her cheeks is out. Right now, you out of pocket.
Okay, no, it was out of pocket when she pulled up and got out the car, and her butt was out of pocket. That's when it was out of pocket. So what you can't do, Nate, is be mad at me about what your wife done put on and wore up here to the school.
Look, man, like I said, I'm gonna do what I got to do on this end. Your end is to handle what's going on in your school.
Well, evidently you're not handling that end over there. So that's why I'm stepping up as the principal of the school saying I need to have a meeting, a private meeting with your wife so me and her and I can talk about what she wearing.
Look, man, I done told you several times, her coming up there on her own is not going to happen. So this is where we at right now. You know what? You. Not going to happen.
Say what? Say what you say?
You. If what's going to happen tomorrow is I'm going to come up there, drop my daughter off, and come see you.
So you coming here tomorrow?
Absolutely.
Okay. So are you bringing Miss Carmen with you?
Don't worry about who's with me. I'm not a telephone tough guy, money. I'm coming up there to handle this right now because you out of pocket. Now, this is how it's going down. There will be no butt cheeks coming out tomorrow.
What?
It's just going to be a coming out the car on some real You understand? What's your name again?
My name, I'm Porter, the principal here.
All right. There'll be no butt cheeks tomorrow. You will see me coming out the car.
Okay. Well, there is another issue we got here on the table.
And what is that?
So Miss Carmen, has she told you about the conversation she's been having with Tommy?
Who the is Tommy?
So that once again, so your wife ain't telling you nothing. So she hasn't told you nothing about her talking to Tommy.
No. Dude, I don't want to play games, man. Who's Tommy?
Okay, okay. Do you know?
Land the plane, my man.
Okay, cool. Do you know who Nephew Tommy is from the Steve Harvey Morning Show? Do you know him?
Yeah, I know who Yo, my man, he was about to catch a bad one tomorrow morning, dude.
Nate, you just got pranked by your wife, Carmen, baby.
Hey, at least he knows butt cheeks and all still love her.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, man, I got to ask you something before we go, baby. What is the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
That's it. I'll be back in an hour.
All right. Thank you, nephew. Coming up next, ask the CLO, our Chief Love Officer, Steve Harvey.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour in entertainment news, the second presidential debate was last night. Of course, we'll do a recap. And some sad news, very sad news. We've lost an icon in Mr. James Earl Jones. Mr. Jones passed away at the age of 93. And today is September 11th, and it is the 23rd anniversary of 9/11. We'll talk about all of these stories, at the top of the hour. But right now, it is time to ask the CLO. This is from Tamika in Edison. Tamika says, my best friend and I are dating guys that are close friends. My bestie's boyfriend texted my boyfriend saying she's terrible in bed and not freaky enough. I was snooping and I read the text. Should I tell her to spice things up or should I stay out of it, CLO?
Yeah, just stay out of it,
Really?
You don't know. You might not have read the text about you. So, you might not be in there with enough monkey tricks yourself. Stay out of that. Because you're not even supposed to know about that bedroom. But she ain't doing it. But you know what? He might not be what he say he is.
Right.
A lot of times when people blame other people, they deflect it. Mm-hmm. She ain't all that.
Donald
she ain't
Trump.
freaky enough. You didn't bring it out, dog. See, a lot of times you got to look at this both ways. So leave it alone, stay out of it. Just cause y'all dating friends don't mean that y'all gonna both get married and both have families. This could be just a wash.
Okay.
All
right.
And I don't know no two dudes that talk like that no way about their girls. So obviously he ain't planning on her being the girl, cause you not finna talk to no dude about his woman, how she is in bed. Ain't no real man finna give you that information. Now we're gonna talk about something else, dog.
All right. Thank you for that one, CLO. Morris in the DMV says, 2 females that I deal with popped up at my barbershop at different times. I don't play that, so I ignored them both. They're both mad at me for dissing them. I've told all of the girls that I date not to pop up at my place of business. So am I wrong?
Well, no, pimp, you ain't wrong, but you ain't the player you think you are. I've told all my girls I deal with, don't come up to my shop, being up in here while I'm working at. You understand? Don't ever come up here. Now here they come.
That's how he talks.
Now here they come.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? They mad at you? Yeah, they mad. So, bruh, you got and they popped up. So
what should he have done, Steve? Should he have ignored them, or acknowledged
Well, you
them?
ignored them, now they mad.
Uh-huh.
So now your problem is solved. They ain't coming up there no more.
Okay.
See, you can't put in a request. Then when the request gets fulfilled, now you upset. See, you said don't come up here. They came up there anyway. The consequences was you played them off and you didn't talk to them. Now they mad at you. Okay, problem solved. All your objective was for them not to come up there. Now they came up there. Now they mad. Now ignore them and you ain't got to worry about them coming up there no more. But you ain't who you think you are, though. I done told all of them. I told a woman to do something she ain't doing. Boy,
all right.
You must please stop expecting them to do what you tell them to do.
All right, moving on to
grown-ass people. Don't ever come up to my shop. Hey.
I was in the neighborhood. I just thought I'd stop by. All right, this is Leah in Kansas City. Leah writes, I've been celibate because my boyfriend is in divinity school. I went back home to visit friends and I had a few drinks and ended up having sex with an ex. I feel so terrible. The Lord already knows what I did. So should I tell, should my boyfriend know too? Should I tell him?
What? What?
Because she feels guilty. You know she feels some kind of way.
Okay. You made a mistake. The Lord already know what you did. Did you ask for forgiveness? If the Lord has forgiven you, shut your mouth.
Tell everything.
See, now, the Lord may forgive you, but he may not.
Right, because he is what?
Because he may not
Lord.
be all that divine.
Yeah.
So why would you push the envelope? Shut up. And this ain't lying. This is just shutting your mouth.
Okay.
Now, if he asked you, did you sleep with anybody when he was gone? This is when you lie.
Oh, timing is everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Right now, you got no reason to lie.
All right. Last one, Steve. This is from Nisi in Temple. Nisi says, I want my husband to do some manscaping on his chest and underarms. He said it's too painful when the hair is growing back, but the hair is holding sweat and funk and it's time for a trim. How do I convince my man to groom his hairy body?
Yeah, well, I don't like the way it smells, so I can't be up on you like this. You know?
Okay. You got real serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that chest hair, when it's starting to stubble, it's a little problem when it come back. But if you keep it cut, just got to keep cutting it. It's just like facial hair, man. When I'm growing this beard, I mean, that's around day 4, it start to doing some itching. First day of stubble ain't bad. Day 4 though, yeah. Day 6, full blown itching.
She need to wax this.
How does she tell him?
Shut up,
how does she tell him so, I don't know, maybe he won't get offended?
Do it while he sleep. Shave his ass. I'm sorry.
Well, if your wife says to you, baby, you're getting a little strong right here. You're strong.
Strong.
And it ain't strong like I like it either.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It ain't pick me up strong. It's knock me down strong. Pick me up strong is one thing. Knock me down strong is another thing. So, I mean, but the woman got to tell her husband, though. And you got to tell your significant other. Because you the check and balance system. If you don't, he going to be walking around with that arm fur holding on too much funk. See, the thing about arm hair, it's when you got a lot of it. When you put deodorant on, you're putting it on the hair.
Yeah.
It ain't dying. It'll never get to the skin.
Yeah. He said
you
it's
got
too
to get
painful,
that deodorant on that skin. So what is painful? I tell you what, that hurts you, but it's hurting us over here that's smelling you. Now, you want to be in a little pain or you want to keep us in agony? Because right now, we can't stand to see you coming. You stink, dog.
Yeah. That's okay. All right. Well, hopefully he'll get the message. Thank you, CLO. Coming up at the top of the hour, we will have some entertainment news for you. And of course, we'll talk about the presidential debate last night. Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so Steve, I'm glad you saw this. Last night was the second presidential debate. It took place in Philadelphia. This time, of course, between Vice President Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. So let's go over some of the highlights from the debate. I mean, they were all highlights, but what were some of your favorite moments?
I love the moment where you see how ridiculous he can be. The immigrants eating the pets in Springfield.
Yes.
And I mean, he was trying to make that a real point. And they're eating the cats and the dogs. Now,
What?
Vance came on afterwards, his vice president, and admitted it was a rumor. And it was just cats. Donald added the dog.
Lying again. There he goes again.
That dude is there. And then I love how she baited him into and your crowds are small and people are leaving early. Oh, that was it for him. It turned, after that, he lost his cool.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He was Donald Trump after that. He didn't care about nothing. You know, and my rallies are large, they're huge. It's just so many people. And nobody leaves. Nobody, you know, he just went. And he came back to that point 2 or 3 times after she said it. And then the other thing I noticed, he never answered the question.
Right.
Ever. Ever.
Right.
You saw that?
I was just sitting here going, wow, man. And they got mad on Fox because they were saying it was one-sided. They were badgering him. They were badgering him to remember what the question was.
Yeah.
And answer the question, especially when they said it's a simple yes or no.
Yeah. But you call that badgering, though? Really?
Well, that's what Fox did. You got to watch now. That's why I watch both sides.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That wasn't
And that's what they called it. But it was a clear example of somebody finally, of all the debates Donald Trump has been in, somebody beat him and beat
hands down.
Yeah.
And I mean, she was real authoritative in that thing.
Yes,
she
she
never
was.
looked weak for a moment. He looked confused. He looked self-centered. He appeared to be narcissist. He didn't care nothing about the issues. You know, when he talked about the economy was his best thing that he can talk about what has happened with the Biden administration, but he couldn't stay the course. He just couldn't.
Right. Right. But like she said, they left him with he left them with a mess.
Yes.
Well, here's the deal. This debate was to affect the undecided voter and to give stability to the Harris supporters. The Trumpster, the real Trumpster, don't give a damn what he did.
No.
Convicted felon.
Yeah.
The assault. It don't
Overthrow
matter,
the government, insurrection, none of that.
Man, the stuff he said about those people in the insurrection, those people were there and they were good people. The people, they shot Ashley's son. He should have never shot her. Wait, whoa. You forgot about the police officers that died, that got injured?
Yes.
In the line of duty.
Yep. Trying to protect the Capitol.
This was clearly for the undecided voter, and the polls that came out afterwards show that like they said, how many of you all approved of Kamala Harris, her supporters? And 88% of her supporters approved of her performance. 78% of his supporters approved. That's a wide gap in a margin. And that's a lot of people who were your supporters. That gap, that's 25% of the people. And that was telling. And I think will affect the undecided voter. When they're talking about all immigrants, all people are criminals, racists, savages, ain't nobody checking them on that. But when you talk about somebody, they eat dogs, they eat cats. What? But see, this is what I don't like about our party. We tippy-toe around them. They stepping on ours.
Right.
So they get to say what they want to say, but we got to all be politically correct. I'm telling you right now, the Trumpster, that low educated one, is going to stay right where they at. And then the rich boys are going to stay right where they at. Because they only care that when Donald Trump get in there, they going to get some more of their money back with some tax cuts. That's it.
Yeah.
I like that she didn't tippy-toe last night, though. She did not tippy-toe at all.
Yeah.
And her ads, her campaign ads aren't tippy-toeing either.
No, they're
coming
not.
For him.
No,
Like
it's money well spent, her ads. Steve, what about Donald Trump's vocabulary?
That's what I like about him most, though. That's what I do like about that vocabulary. Because anytime I can say I got the same vocabulary as the president of the United States and former president, it makes me feel good. But he need to be shamed, though. His ass need to be shamed.
Very.
This dude is damn near almost ignorant.
All right.
But it's just big. It's huge.
It's huge. All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 20 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Guys, in some sad news, I'm sure you guys have heard about this. Everyone has heard about this by now. It was all over social media, all over the news. One of Hollywood's most recognizable voices and most talented actors, Mr. James Earl Jones, passed away at the age of 93. He is an EGOT, that is a recipient of an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. And, of course, Mr. Jones was best known for his roles as Darth Vader in Star Wars, Mufasa in The Lion King, and as a king in Coming to America. We can go way back to Claudine,
baby.
Yes. When he was a very young actor, Jones began his acting career in 1957 at age 26 and undoubtedly left his mark on the entertainment industry. Many celebrities posted tributes to James Earl Jones after his passing. Your favorite James Earl Jones movie?
Mine is Bingo Long. All-Star Traveling and Motorcade. Because you got James Earl Jones in his prime. You got Billy D. Williams in his prime. You got Richard Pryor in his prime. Oh my God, Ted Ross back in the day. But James Earl was just straight up classic, man.
Yeah.
That's one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah.
All-time favorite.
Mine for me, because I was first introduced to him in this movie, is The Great White Hope.
Yes.
And he was nominated for an Oscar in The Great White Hope. He was just so excellent playing Jack Johnson, the boxer, back in the day. I love that movie, and I'm a voice person. I loved James Earl Jones' voice. It just went through me. I loved his voice. What's your favorite, Junior?
Star Wars.
Yeah, come on, Darth Vader.
Yes.
I am your father. I didn't know that was James Earl Jones. That's because that's the first time I had met James Earl Jones was as Darth Vader. That's how young I was. That's the first.
Can you do some Darth Vader for us, Junior?
Luke, don't run from the Force, Luke. It is in you.
That's as deep as you can go.
Leave me alone.
I am your father.
That wasn't bad, Junior.
That's pretty good.
That's all I know about. I mean, that and Coming to America, man. I mean,
I was going to ask you, Carl.
That's what I felt like. That was one of the favorite roles I've seen him play in, man.
Legend.
Yeah. Our condolences on behalf of the Steve Harvey Morning Show to the family of James Earl Jones. Now, coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, we got some new text abbreviations that the older generation just might understand. We'll get into those right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys. So do you hate it when you get texts with a bunch of uppercase letters that you can't figure out? Like WYD is what you're doing. We all know that one. TTYL is talk to you later, or STHU is, shut
What
the hell up.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Shut the heck up. Yeah.
There's too many of them, y'all. I'm sorry. It's just too many of them.
Oh, okay. Well, this may help you. Tommy. A group of older adults have decided to create their own text code for their generation, okay? So let's see if you can figure these out. ATD.
That sounds like something you catch. That sounds like you need a shot. What are they?
You need a prescription.
ATD stands for at the doctor.
You need to get that up off you right there now. You need to get that up off you.
ATD, at the doctor.
Oh,
all right.
Man. Hell no.
All right.
I would have never got that.
No. AAF. These are older adults and their text codes. Okay, at a funeral.
Oh, wow.
Oh, AAF.
Well, I'll be damned.
Okay, HOG.
Hog?
Yeah, hog. It stands for hot old guy.
Oh, man, please.
Obviously, that's from a woman.
Oh, my goodness. You see this hog over here?
This hog over here.
It's some old people gonna think there's some chitlins going on now. I'm just sorry. Everybody ain't gonna know what that
Or
is.
some hog mouse.
All right, here's one. FWIWG. FWIWG. We all do this.
Come on.
Forgot where I was
I'm trying not to deal with that F. You don't make me deal with that F, Shirley. I'm telling you.
No. Forgot where I was going. You know how you go to the kitchen, you're like, what did I come in here for? Yeah. What did I come in here for? Forgot where I was going.
Okay.
All the time.
You forget,
on the daily.
Forget, right? Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna remember to text that though. I tell you that.
Right. Speaking of memory,
BMW.
Black man working.
Bring my walker. Bring my walker.
Bring my walker.
How old we talking?
Right.
All right. TOT. Oh, this is one that's crazy. TOT. Think about it. TOT. Mm-hmm. These are for older people now. Texting on
this old
T.
What?
Texting on what?
The toilet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hell no.
You know, you take your phone in the bathroom, right?
My grandmother better not text me that.
That's why I don't touch nobody's nasty ass phone. That's why I don't touch it.
You don't do it. You do not do it. All right, let's see. HGBM. Oh, God. HGBM. These are older people think.
I don't know.
He got by me. I don't know. What is it?
Had a great
BM? Oh my God.
These are older people texting.
Girl, people are having breakfast
see my
right
grandmother
now.
phone. What you putting out here?
We've said worse on this show. We've definitely said worse on this show.
BMT. BMT.
BMT.
What's that?
What is that? Is that like a BMT?
Bring my teeth. Bring my teeth.
There you go. There you go. See, these are what older people text.
They probably text something like this. BTTAP.
What? What's that?
BTTAP.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
What's that?
About to take a nap.
Yes. Look, YES.
Okay. Hey, a nap means something. Okay, a nap means
Some old people. It does.
Yeah.
CMT. Clipping my toenails.
No. No.
God.
That's probably what
They don't need to be texted. They really don't.
Yeah, they really don't.
Or they need to spell everything out. They need to spell everything.
Just spell it out.
All right, guys. Coming up next, it is the
That's
nephew
crazy.
and today's prank phone call right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at about 4 minutes after the hour, it's my strawberry letter for today. And the subject is, I figured it out, but he's still lying. We'll get into that, find out what that is all about in just a few, because right now the nephew is here with today's prank phone call. Nephew, what you got for us for today?
Well, Shirley, we calling the funeral home. All right. Three family members have passed. Three family members have passed. It was expected. So what I'm asking for is a triple casket. You know, one that you can get all three of them in there. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. We just want to bury them all together, just a triple casket.
Side by side?
We trying to save some money, y'all. Okay? What?
You see my face? I'm looking at you like Vice President Harris looked at Trump last night. Just with the...
Oh, it sounded that stupid?
Yes.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
That means I am above and They not tripping. It's Shirley. We got to save some money around here. Money and space. Okay? Let's go, cat dog. Triple cash. Let's take it on.
Wow. Jenkins Mortuary. This is Calvin. How may I help you?
Hey, how you doing? You say
right.
Calvin, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Calvin, how you doing? My name is Brandon, man. Brandon Giles.
Okay.
I'm calling. We've got somebody that has passed. Actually, 3 people.
Well, I'm sorry for your
passed
loss,
away.
sir.
I thank you for that, man. It was kind of expected.
Right.
So, it wasn't something that caught us off guard. But,
Right.
but all in all, we're still grieving about losing our loved ones. But I wanted to give you all a call. We're trying to pick a particular funeral home on who we want to take care of everything.
Services.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, we can definitely help you with that. And once again, I just want to, just let you know that we can pretty much do the whole gambit. We can make sure that your needs are taken from now on. We're here for you. Just wanted to get that out. What is your main need? You said 3 people, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted to bring attention to you. Do you guys customize caskets?
Yes, we do gold plating, engraving. We even have a new thing where we can put the picture of the person on the outside, like a semi-gloss coating.
Okay.
We have a couple options.
Yeah, I don't need that or no gold or nothing like that. Listen. What I want to do is it any way that you could maybe customize a casket that can accommodate 3 people?
Yes, we can customize each individual casket for each individual family member.
No, Calvin, that ain't what I'm asking. What I'm saying is, if I want to like I say, these my cousins, they was all close. I don't have a problem with all 3 of them being in the same casket.
I get you. To my knowledge, as far as I've been in this business, I've never. I'm not really sure we can actually do that.
But what's the problem? If we can get them all in there and close the lid.
Well, sir, I think that's I don't even think, if for one, it's legal in this state or any state. 3 people in one casket. And ethics-wise, that's not really something that, how can I say, that we actually, push
But if you customizing a casket, Calvin, then you ought to be able to put as many people in there. If you make it deep enough and wide enough, ought to be able to get 3 people in there, right?
Well, the customization is the outer side of the casket, and maybe some people even put TV screens on the inside, or some of their loved ones' memorable mementos. We customize it for that, color wise, size.
So what about when it's a person real big, a heavy set person? You got to have a casket that can accommodate them, right?
Yes. But
so you ought to be able to put 3 people in one casket if they can fit. If you put 2 one way and 1 the other way, then you ought to be able to have all 3 of them in there at one time.
Is there anybody else around you and your family that can help talk with me about this? I'm
talking to you right now. I'm trying to accommodate my cousins and get them straight. And I'm asking you, can we get them in one casket that can accommodate 3 people? If you put 2 pillows on one end, one pillow.
That's not something we're really.
That ain't something your is used to doing, Cal. But I'm calling you, telling you that's the way I want this customized, man.
All right, brother. Look, brother. Just chill out with cussing. All right.
So we're trying to get 3 people.
Sir.
What? Yes.
I have a standard plan. It'll be a low-end standard plan for 3 individual caskets. That's all I can.
We don't have enough money for 3 individual caskets. I keep telling you that. We got room for 1 casket. We just need the big enough, man, so you could get everybody in there and close the door.
I don't want to go back and forth with you, sir. I know this is a time of.
Then you ain't got to go back and forth with me. Build the that I need so I can bury my family.
I don't really know what to tell you, sir, but I'm just really trying to help. I'm trying to help you.
Won't you tell me you're going to get 3 people in the casket looking good?
We can't do that. We cannot do that.
Who the you hollering at, man? So, I'm the one going through bereavement.
I understand that, but you're using foul language. It's just, we can't do it, brother. You hear me? Like,
hold on. My cousin them said they wanted to use
refuse. No, sir. No. We can't do it.
Okay,
Sorry,
look,
can't help
look, man, hey, man, y'all gonna bury these 3 people, and you gonna put all 3 of them in the same damn casket, man.
Now you telling me what?
Two on one end and one on the other one, man.
Sir, if you're drinking, just stop.
Ain't nobody. Let me tell you something, man. Let me say this to you.
Yes,
Your name
sir.
Calvin, right?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay, so Calvin, let me say this to you. Either y'all gonna bury my cousins the way I want it, or Calvin, you gonna get your ass whooped.
Who you talking to?
That's what's gonna happen.
Now, that's it right there, sir. I've been trying to be as professional as I can. This whole conversation is as crazy as it is. But now...
Ain't nothing crazy about it.
No.
I told you I want you to bury my cousins.
Come on down here. I got some places to put your body and your cousin's body. How about that, huh?
Oh, you talking about doing something to me now?
Yeah, because you obviously...
you don't sound too damn confident. You don't sound too confident, Calvin.
I'm going to tell you right now. This ain't the place, and I'm not the one. You will be in the ground messing with us. Matter of fact, if you come here, I'm going to you up. How about that?
Okay, Calvin. Let me tell you something, Calvin. Me and Tommy going to be down there today then. I'm bringing Tommy with me.
Who the is Tommy, huh?
This is Nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show, baby. You just got pranked, Calvin.
This some Yo, y'all had me ready to whip somebody. Tell y'all, I just want to know who put you up to this.
Reginald that works
Reggie?
at the, yes.
I'm a whip Reggie. You better watch what you drink. You better watch what you eat. I'm on your to revenge, Reg.
Hey, Calvin, give me this, man. What's the baddest, and I mean the baddest, radio show in the land?
Man, you know it's nothing but the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Y'all got me. Y'all got me, man. Y'all got me.
Come on. The upper room. The upper room.
That was too much.
September 28th, the Fool is coming to town. It's the Women's Empowerment House Party Comedy Jam. It is Nephew Tommy and Friends. That is in the one and only Columbia, South Kakalaki. We got tickets on sale right now. Nephew Tommy and Friends is coming to Columbia. It is for not only the convention, but also open to the public. So Columbia, South Kakalaki, come hang out with your boy. It is the Women's Empowerment House Party Comedy Jam. Tickets on sale right now. All right, laying in the cut. You already know Lafayette laying in the cut. You already know Chicago is laying in the cut. Woo! That's the sweetest day comedy jam. Lou Nail, Bill Bellamy, what, Mark Curry, Tommy Davidson, Tony Roberts. We coming, baby. Chi-Town at the Wintrust Arena.
All right, nephew. Congratulations. Coming up, Strawberry Letter. The subject is, I figured it out, but he's still lying. We'll get into that right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And if you need advice on relationships, work, sex, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter live on the air, just like we're going to read this one right here, right now. You never know. It could be yours.
Hey, before I start the letter, Shirley, can I say something?
Sure.
Remember when Ali B. Frazier?
I do.
That's what Kamala did last night.
Down goes Frazier.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Remember when Mayweather beat Pacquiao? Y'all remember? That's what Kamala did last night. That's what she did.
She tore him up last night. She did. She did.
Oh, I ain't lying. Last night was better than the damn Super Bowl. I'm sorry, y'all. It was. I'm sorry. It's up there. It's up there with the Super Bowl.
It is.
All right, buckle up and hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, Strawberry Letter.
All right, nephew, thank you. Subject, I figured it out, but he's still lying. Dear Stephen Shirley, my husband's office is near the airport, so he usually leaves his car at his office when he travels. He travels at least once a month, and he started ghosting me when he's on a trip. I became suspicious and hid out in the parking lot of his job to see if anyone was getting in a lift with him to go to the airport. I didn't catch him doing anything that day, but the last trip he went on has me thinking that he's seeing someone that lives 100 miles from his office. Here's what I discovered. The morning of his trip, I checked the odometer on his car. He left home and said he was leaving his car at the office. I drove all the way out to his office, but his car was not there, so I drove home. He called me an hour later and said he had landed and he was about to check into the hotel. Luckily for him, he uses his corporate card, so I couldn't check the credit card bill. Later that night, I sent my husband a picture of me covered in suds in the bathtub. I didn't get a reply from him. A few hours later, I texted him good night, and he didn't reply. I woke up at 2:30 a.m. and called him, and he didn't answer. I sent him a text telling him that I thought I heard something in our attic, and I was afraid. He didn't answer. The next morning, he called around 7 a.m. and said he was grabbing an iced coffee before his meeting. He said he was dog-tired and missed my texts and my phone calls. 2 days later, he came home with 247 more miles on his car. I think he's seeing someone that lives close by, and he drove to see her. He said none of that is true, and I am losing it. Was he lying? Now, come on. You don't even have to ask. And here he comes with the gaslighting. Is it true? It is true. And you are not losing it. Don't let him do that to you. You saw the car wasn't at the office like it normally is when he goes on a trip, and you saw the odometer with the increased mileage. He was being dismissive to you, and he's lying to your face, and he'll never tell you the truth about it. It's always a red flag when they don't answer the phone, always. It's funny how they think they shouldn't answer the phone when you call, right? Side chick is just going to have to understand that when wifey calls, you answer, period. Okay? Not answering makes you look suspicious, husband. Don't change your behavior, husband. It's a dead giveaway. But your husband didn't answer, did he? And now you're feeling some kind of way, and he's calling you crazy. You're not losing it. He is, if he thinks you believe his lies. You are not stupid. Tommy?
All right, baby girl.
Right here.
Listen. Tommy just going to be real with you. The relationship is over. Okay? That's over. Well, you didn't figure that out. You already know what's going on. That's over. But that's not what I'm impressed about. The relationship is over. But you have a future as a private detective. You got it. You got everything it takes, baby girl. You know what you're doing. You need to open up your own business. I don't even know your name, but let's just say Law and Order Lisa. You see what I'm saying? Law and Order Lisa. I can see it. I can see it on the marquee now. Law and Order Lisa. CSI Connie. You see what I'm saying? You are ready. You are ready. You can have your own business where ladies can come to you. They can let you know what their problem is going on with their spouse, their boyfriend. And guess what? Sharp eye Chandra, you gonna handle that because that's what you do. You're going to be able to handle it, baby. You are ready to be a detective. And guess what? There are women out there who need a woman like you, who know how to. Everybody don't know how to check no odometer on no damn car. Don't nobody know how to do that. I don't even know what mine was on last. I don't know how to do all that. You know what you're doing. You know how to go put your hand on the hood. It's hot. It's hot. See, he just got here. You already knew how. You know how to do this kind of stuff. You know how to, you already know to take your credit card and jam it into the door and break on in. You know what you're doing. So let's go ahead and take it to the next level and open yourself a business, and you good. Now, here's something I'd like for you to do though. Just so, Tommy can just kind of see where things were, if you don't mind. Listen, is there any way you can email me them pictures when you was in this bathtub and just let me see what you was sending him?
Covered in bubbles.
Yeah, Tommy just want to I just want to see the bubbles. I just want to see the bubbles. So if you could just send Tommy a little something. Let me see exactly what you were sending, because I want to understand what he was getting and what, I can tell you why he didn't call back, this and that. But it'll help me. It'll help me help you. Okay? Send me your bubbles pictures. That's all I want. And what kind of bubbles are these? Are these real? Are these kind you put the nice little powder in? Or is this, dishwashing detergent? What kind of bubbles
Tide.
You need? If this is Tide, is it washing powder? I mean, what was you really sitting in? I just want to know. This is just Tommy trying to inquire. You are ready to be a A1 detective. You ready for all that? But just for Tommy, send me the Bubbles picture, please. That's it. That's all Tommy got.
Coming up, we have part 2. We'll hear from Junior coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Strawberry letter subject, I figured it out, but he's still lying. We'll get back into it right after this.
This relationship is over.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, we're going to recap today's Strawberry letter. It was written by a wife. The subject is, I figured it out, but he's still lying. A wife wrote in because her husband's office is near the airport, and he always parks his car at the office when he's getting ready to go out of town. He travels at least once a month, but he started ghosting her now. He didn't leave his car at the office this time. She followed him, and he didn't leave it. She checked the odometer to see if the mileage was going to change. That's why one of the reasons Tommy says she should be a detective, because of that. And, so he lied and said that he went out of town, but she thinks he drove to see some other woman because the odometer changed. The mileage on the odometer changed. She called him several times. She took a picture of herself when she was in a bubble bath. He didn't respond. He didn't answer. She said she heard something in the attic and she was scared. He didn't respond. Now, what kind of husband wouldn't respond to that? Okay. So he didn't answer. He just said that he was dog tired and he missed her phone calls. 2 days later, he came home with 247 more miles on the car. So that proves he drove the car somewhere. And she thinks he's seeing someone that lives, pretty close by, and he drove to see her. He said none of that is true. And he tried to accuse her of being crazy and losing it. And she's asking, why is he lying? Junior, why? Why?
I'll tell you why right now.
You're a husband.
I'm just gonna tell you this. She's not a good PI. She's not good.
You don't think so? Why not?
No, look, I'm gonna tell you why. She can never catch him. She ain't catch him. Remember, you went and hid in the bushes. You did. You told us. I went down there and hid in the bushes. I didn't catch him doing nothing that day. See, she didn't catch him then. Because he don't do nothing good. First of all, you nag too much. Look at all the stuff you be doing. I mean, you just be calling 2:30 in the morning, somebody in the attic now. You just trying to get a reaction. Ain't nobody been in that attic. The man go out of town every month. Okay, so what? You probably checked the odometer. You probably checked the trip and not the odometer. The trip had 247 miles on it. That was just the trip. It wasn't the odometer. You just be doing stuff. You can't never catch him at all. You can't even get credit card information. How you a good detective and you can't pull no credit card information? How come you don't even know what hotel he at? You can't call the hotel, call his room. You don't even know where he at. So how is we a good detective here? Like, right. You like the one, like, you got the trench coat on with the sunglasses sitting in the corner, but he walked right behind you. You missed the whole thing. You can't never catch him. You the one went and got in the bushes for what? You have no evidence of nothing. 247 miles, what we hanging our hat on here.
That's all. In the car. She checked it before he left. So we
don't know if she checked the right thing on the odometer. She probably checked the trip. Trip A, trip B. We don't know what she checked the odometer. We don't know because you went and hid in the bushes and you didn't catch him.
The car wasn't at the office. He always leaves his car at the office when he travels, and he travels once a month. Yes.
He probably running late and he parked at the garage at the airport. He couldn't. He had to get there.
And how come he didn't answer the phone? Why didn't he answer the phone when she called?
Because he had a
meeting. Times.
Them meetings be all day long and all evening. You got to.
He didn't say that. He didn't
take the clients out to eat and everything else, and you got to deal with them. See all this stuff he got to do. But then why is you in suds sending pictures at 2:30 in the morning? You in the tub. He don't want you.
That's her husband. She wanted to send him.
He don't want to see that. Well, I'm starting to find out you're unattractive private eyes. What I found out. I put this together.
That's what you got out of the.
That's what I have got out of this. That's how good I am. He don't even respond to you with suds on.
And you and Tommy disagree on this one. Tommy says she's a great detective. You say she's.
I can't see how she can't never catch him.
But Junior, she on his heels though, Junior. She on his heels.
Yeah, but she ain't never there. That's the problem. You don't need to be on the hill. You need to be there. You like, I caught you, and she turned around the wrong person. Oh, I thought you was Greg. She don't never know who it is. She after. She don't know.
Clumsy detective.
Junior, she did discover 200-something miles on the abdominal, though. Extra 200-something miles.
What does that prove?
That he drove somewhere.
He's supposed to be on a plane. He went somewhere.
Can't somebody use your car?
Oh.
See, Lee, you got too many open ends over here. That's why you're not a good detective. Yeah, man, go use my car for the weekend. I'm going out of town. That's fine. See, there's too many open ends.
Why didn't he answer any of his wife's phone calls, Junior?
Why you think? Because he out at dinner with his clients. He is on a business trip.
But he up bright early next morning going to get some coffee, Junior.
Didn't he call, though? I missed your calls last night. Saw the picture with the suds on it. Oh, my God, babe. Why would you in the tub with suds on? He didn't even ask like that was sexy. What you doing? Like, you don't never do this. Why is you in suds? What did you do? Why you got bubbles up to your neck? What's going on? You left the water run too long? What's happening? Because he ain't even turned on by you because you an unattractive PI. Is what I get. I solved the case already. Case closed. Solved that one. Woo. That wasn't hard. That wasn't hard at all. Godly, you ugly. Woo, man. He just said, hey, why the suds up to your neck? What's going on?
That is really terrible.
And you can't even get credit card information. Every woman know how to get credit card information.
Right.
You can't pretend to call the credit card company and act like you him. You got all this. You got his social security number. You know who he is. You got the card number. You just don't know how to get the information. You call people at the bank talking about, is this James' card? This James' card. Ain't it? Okay, listen. I need to see where he was 2 weeks ago. I need to see what you can't get that to me. Why?
He 2 weeks behind schedule?
Yes, he 2 weeks behind. She don't know why you can't get. Why?
Leave your comments on today's Strawberry Letter on Instagram and Facebook at Steve Harvey FM, and check us out on the Strawberry Letter podcast on the free iHeartRadio app. Coming up next, it is Junior and Sports Talk right after this.
You at Chili's, he eat at Applebee's.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for Junior and Sports Talk. What you got, Junior?
Oh, man, Tommy, you got something you want to ask me, man? Right here,
man, listen. Junior, I do. I got to ask you this, Junior. Do you remember in 5 Heartbeats when Big Red hit that man and hung him out the window?
Yeah.
That's what Kamala did last night, dog. I'm trying to tell you. That's what Kamala did last night. You don't understand, Junior? Junior, do you remember when, on Baby Boy, when Melvin choked the hell out of Jody? Tyreek, you remember that?
Yeah, I remember that scene.
That's what Kamala did last night. You ain't hearing me. Oh, man. Oh, he showed out last night. Matter of fact, Junior, do you remember that? Do you remember Montgomery, Alabama, when that man was on that dock and threw that black hat up?
Threw that hat up?
And then black folks went to work. Do you remember that? That's what Kamala did last night.
It was something to see, man. It was something to see.
Oh.
I mean, that debate there, it was like, man, it was like you looking at two different candidates. How you gonna get this wrong?
Right.
Oh, man.
What are you thinking? How could you even vote?
She called him weak and wrong, too.
Yes, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she did.
Oh, that.
Yes, she did.
You know that hurt his feelings right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that crushed him.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that crushed him.
Oh, yeah.
And wrong.
A woman calling him weak. Oh, he lost that.
A black woman called you weak and wrong. Now, see me, I'm black. I've been called weak before by a black woman. Yeah, I didn't bother me. I went and got something to eat. He didn't know what to do. He didn't know what happened to him. He was stuck.
What,
he
Junior?
You weak and wrong. Yeah, okay, cool. That is number 2 with a Coke, because he didn't know what to do. He just stood there and had to take
And an apple pie.
God.
But we know when to walk away. We already know when we can't win this anyway. We already know.
You can't.
I'm not finna argue with Jackie about none of this. I'm finna go sit my butt out here on this patio and act like I got some sense.
She was outstanding last night.
Yes.
She was outstanding.
She was 2 different candidates.
She was very presidential. Very
much so.
Yes, very
After
There's
tonight's
no way.
debate. Listen to this. Former First Lady Michelle Obama said, after tonight's debate, there should be no doubt, no room for discussion.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That Vice President Kamala Harris is the only candidate in this race who is ready to be president.
Yeah.
If
Drop
you
the
are,
mic, boom.
if you still on the fence, your foot must be stuck. If there's no way you just
Because you on
come
this
on,
side.
Yeah.
You on this side.
Yeah.
No, ain't no way.
Tonight should have helped you make a decision for sure. For sure.
Last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thank you, guys. Coming up at the top of the hour, should a woman tell her boyfriend that she once worked as an escort? Ooh, she needs some advice. All right. We'll talk about it at the top of the hour right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, this is from Jada in Philly. Oh, Philly. Okay.
Shout out to Philly hosting a debate last night.
Well, y'all did that
All right.
last night.
All right, Jada says, most of my life I've had issues with my biological father. He was jealous after my mother married my stepdad, and he took it out on me. He just got remarried, and he wants his wife to believe that I don't fool with him because I'm older and I have my own family. His wife invited my daughter and I to go to Paris with them and her 3 children for Thanksgiving. What? I'm 34 years old now. Am I obligated to play along with this blended family BS? Should I tell his wife why I'm distant? Girl,
Tell the truth.
tell her whatever you need to tell her to get to Paris. What?
Get your champagne and croissants on. What are you doing?
Oh, y'all trying to go to Paris? That's what this about?
Yes.
Oh, y'all something else. Anywhere to go buy a purse, boy. That's all y'all care about. Anywhere to go buy a purse.
What are we talking about, Tommy?
Yeah.
She's 34
We
years
are
old.
talking about this father who has been just been absent, and now he all of a sudden he want to act like there's a relationship. Y'all know damn well he ain't got a relationship with this man, and now he want to act all of a sudden like it's something else. Stop.
We can't talk about this when we come back from Paris, though.
You're on the
We
flight
can't
over
deal
there.
with
It's a long flight.
You know what? Y'all are so selfish. Y'all really are. You know what? But I don't care. I don't care because I'm still over here in Kamala world. I don't care what y'all talking about.
All right. Here's another. So you're saying what? You're saying she should work it out with her dad? She and her dad should work it out? Is that what you're saying?
They gotta have a
Before we
hard
move on?
conversation. This is a conversation that probably should have been had years and years now. It's time. We got to have this big meeting. We got to sit down and talk and be open and real about it. Transparent the whole time, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah. I say do it on the way over there on the plane. It's a long flight.
That's the right answer, Tommy. But I just have
To
one
Paris.
question. Can I have
What?
answer the question for me? Can her and me trade daddies? Cause
You hear me?
if your daddy taking you to Paris, my daddy, the furthest I've been with my father is Disney. That's it. Your daddy taking you to Paris and you tripping.
Paris, Texas.
And
I have
kid.
passed by that Magic Kingdom, and I was 15. I was too grown to be at Disney. Now he taking you to Paris, and you don't want to go. Tell me, is this a problem? Is this a problem? No. Just get on the plane and be quiet. We ain't got to talk. Right.
All right, we have time for another one. This one's from Glenn in Montgomery. Glenn says, I've been dating a younger woman for 2 months, and when she starts rubbing on me to get the party started, I can get excited, but I can't stay excited. I don't know if it's a mental thing or what, but I know there's nothing physically wrong with me. Am I the only one that's ever gone through this? I'm probably the only one that'll
There's got to
admit
be
it.
something physically wrong with her.
And so
if you
she's-
can't stay excited, it's something
like-
you don't see nothing to keep you excited.
Yeah,
Whatever
he's
you're
saying-
looking at, what?
He's saying, what should I do to stay calm? Because he wants to stay calm.
The calmness is bringing. How do we say this on the radio?
He must get overly excited.
Be
or
careful,
something.
sir.
Yeah.
Well,
He getting overexcited.
Well, if he's trying to stay calm,
He's saying he can't stay excited. That's what
right. He's saying I can get excited, but I can't stay excited. He doesn't know if it's a mental thing or what, but I do know that there is nothing wrong physically with me. Am I the only one that's ever gone through this? What should I do to stay calm? That is his question.
You're the only one I know went through this. I don't know nobody else went through this. I don't know nobody.
That'll admit it. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't know what his problem
I
is. but-
stay excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited
Okay.
right now. I'm
Right.
just telling you.
Oversharing.
Hey, now.
Well,
Why
I'll tell you
can't I
what.
share my excitement? What is this?
Well, Shirley, I just tell you this, Shirley.
Yes,
His
come on.
question is, how do I stay calm?
Yeah.
You turn on the app. They got an app called Calm. Turn that on, and then you'll stay calm. 'Cause they play a bunch of sounds and music and the sea and the ocean and the rain. Turn the app on. That's what you need to do to
That's
stay
fall
calm.
music.
That's all we got for you. Because me and Tommy don't understand what you going through.
We excited.
We don't have none of this problem. None. Just listen to the rain.
Listen to the rain. Coming up, thanks, guys. Coming up at 20 minutes after, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Carla?
Check this out, y'all. One of the greatest comedic actors ever. Star of some of your favorite sketches, internet shorts. He's a writer, producer, always in the stands cheering on his favorite LA team, no matter what sport. He's been everywhere. He can do it all. And if you, like the rest of America, saw this hilarious PayPal commercial earlier this week during Monday Night Football, he's now what? An 80s pop cover artist, which, by the way, that song that he's singing in the commercial, that's stuck in my head ever since I watched the PayPal commercial last night. Classic pop song, classic performance. My favorite line, though, is when he said, "Oh, this is fresh squeeze. Give me a break, Logan." I literally laughed out loud because that same situation happened to me on my street in my neighborhood. Anyway, one of the funnier commercials from one of the greatest of all time. This commercial is everywhere, and I'm sure you'll see it. PayPal is everywhere. And as we all know, with PayPal, you just don't pay, you PayPal. So again, loved it. Make sure you check out the commercial. It's so cool. 5% cashback rewards program when using the PayPal debit MasterCard. PayPal, yes, love it.
Real nice.
PayPal.
All right, Carla. Thank you. Coming up, more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show at 33 minutes after the hour. We'll play a round of Would You Rather right after this.
Would you mind?
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
It is time now for a round of Would You Rather, guys. Would you rather bring back Blockbuster, Blockbuster Video, or would you rather bring back drive-in movie theaters? Which one?
I'd rather watch Kamala again from last night. That's what I'd rather do.
Okay.
Drive-in.
Blockbuster Video.
Oh, because you used to work there?
Yeah, I used to work there. But
What you working on, a plan B in case stuff don't go right?
Bringing the VHS tape.
Well, I ain't never go to a drive-in theater. I was too young. When I was going to a drive-in, I was.
Oh, you
sitting in
missed
the car.
some good stuff, boy.
Yeah,
I ain't
You
know
need to
nothing
try
about
that. It's a fun way to go watch a movie. Because I ain't never see the movie, but you need to be down there.
All right.
And you
I was
need a
in the
seat
back
that
seat
go
with
all the way
Noxzema on my
across.
window.
Would you
I
rather
had
have
Pond's cold cream and Noxzema on my daddy's station wagon with him.
Would you rather have a wife that has a drone on you 24/7, or would you rather she can see all of your text messages? Which one? A drone all day, every day.
What is this, y'all? What is this?
It don't even matter.
What is
What is
that? We
what?
droning us? What?
Yeah.
What do you
Would
want?
you rather? Which
What
one?
do you
A
wanna
drone
see?
or would you rather a drone or your text messages? That's it.
She is. She sit up there telling me she come up with these questions.
Man, just
Would you
let me catch
rather
on
which
to the
one?
drone.
Just
Let me catch on
answer
to the
them.
drone and just fly my ass out of there, man. Just let me just fly out of there.
Yeah,
drone
I'd rather
is
have a
little.
drone.
Yeah, just get the drone.
I'd rather have a drone.
Okay, the drone. Then for her to see your text messages. All right.
I mean, where I'm going.
Would you rather
I
have
can't
really?
go nowhere no damn way.
Would you
I
rather?
ain't a drone. You want to watch me fish? Come on. What? I don't
Would
go
you-
nowhere. I know they got cameras. I don't go nowhere.
Would you
He
rather
was
have?
down at? No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Come on. Bring your drone on in this bathroom. Come on, this is what you want to see. Come on.
Would you rather have a really long tongue or would you rather have really long toes? Which one?
Oh, it's your toes.
Oh.
Toes.
Well, which one would
Toes.
y'all prefer we have? Why don't the question be that?
That's why I'm looking at Junior like toes.
Oh.
Junior,
Nobody want that.
Anybody
hell
in the
good as
anybody
a toe
in the
gonna do
toes?
your ass.
Yeah, well,
Now you all over the front of your sandals and everything. Looking like a fool.
Dragging your toes on the ground.
Your flip
I'ma go with
Give me that tongue and let me win the award. I'll be up in here, boy. Let me tell you something. I had you grabbing for stuff that ain't there.
Would you rather
Tearing
have?
the corners up off of a fitted sheet. I'm trying to tell you now.
Would you rather have no pockets on any?
Every time I come in the room,
Guys,
I'm still trying to
sorry,
figure out what I'm
not
going to do with
sorry.
all this tongue, though. I'm just trying to
We'll close out the show coming up with the one and
I got my
only
mind made up on this tongue right here. I'll
Steve
be all at
Harvey
the bottom
right
of an
after
ice cream cone.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, here we are, last break of the day on this another historic day after the historic debates last night between VP Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And wow, what a debate it was. Steve, you were able to see it. You're out of the country. You were able to see it.
Yeah, but I was able to see it. These are my closing remarks about it today on the debate. You know, I watched it. It's clear. Everybody knows cut and dry that I'm a fan of Kamala Harris, Madam Vice President Kamala Harris. Everybody knows that. My support for her has never wavered. She's come to my home for interviews. She's invited me to her home. My family has gone to her home. I didn't know that Joe Biden would drop out of the race. I didn't. But after I saw his debate and I heard Van Jones comment right after the debate that he should drop out, I went, wow, man, we calling for this man to drop out? What would that look like? And well, I found out last night what it would look like. It would look very, very hopeful for this country, for this woman to be president of the United States. But I also know that this race is going to be tight. It's a tightly contested race. Everybody's saying that she won the debate hands down. Will that affect the Trumpster? Absolutely not. It will not move them off their candidate because nothing has moved them off of him, no matter what he's done. The insurrection, the sending the people down there to the Capitol, the comments about there's good people on both sides in Charlottesville, his support of the Red Boys or Red Boot Boys, whatever they are, Pride Boys, whatever. He just refuses anybody that's for him and does anything on his behalf. His narcissistic behavior, if that's the word, causes him to throw support behind him. He will not dog out anybody that supports him. He is friends with the people who came up with Project 2025. There's a picture of the guy that developed it on this private jet with him. It was a clear-cut thing to me if you were an undecided voter as to which way you should go after last night's debate, if you were undecided. And I think there are some undecided people who were affected greatly by it. And she put on a tremendous performance and showing of who she is as a person under fire, under pressure, under the scrutiny. Even the Republicans said she won the debate, but that doesn't change their mind. Okay, well, if that don't, then what will? Here's the part I want to focus on. I was watching CNN, and Laura Coates was on there, and what's the sister's name?
Abby Phillips.
Abby Phillips.
Abby Phillips was on there, and three other people. And they were talking, and Abby Phillips brought up a point where she's concerned about swaying the black man's vote. Okay, now, that's when my ears pinned back, because I happen to be a black man. A very, very proud black man. Have never tried to be nothing else. Have never walked away from my people or my culture. Have always stood with us in the battlefields. I've marched around the DOJ building. I went across the bridge. I've been with Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson on all kinds of marches and missions. I'm that. Ain't no doubt about it. I was there at 3 o'clock in the morning at the Million Man March. I'm that. Proudest moment of my life was on that hill with Minister Louis Farrakhan and the Million Man March. My greatest and proudest moment as a black man. I'm black, for sure. For sure. Now I'm going to say something to us who are fellow black men. I don't know where they getting this poll from that we are all supporting Donald Trump, but that ain't nothing but a bold-faced lie. You talk about fake news, I don't know who they talking to, because I don't know one black man that's voting for Trump. But But I see them in the background at the Trump rallies propped up. I see the pictures and the T-shirts that say blacks for Trump. But I can't find nowhere where Trump was ever for blacks. If you looked at the debate last night, the full-page ad in USA Today to condemn and crucify 5 innocent black men, the court rulings where him and his family has constantly tried to alienate black people from living in their buildings. It's just over and over and over and over. But I want to say this to brothers. We got to get to the polls. I'm going to say this to black men. We have to get to the poll. Don't worry about nobody else talking about I want to debate you about Kamala Harris. I ain't no more damn debate. The debate is over. You had the debate last night. Now, if you saw Trump as a viable candidate after last night, it's something wrong with your black ass. Now, I'm talking directly to anybody that got a problem with me asking black people to vote. Your forefathers were asking you to vote. Your parents asked you to vote. Everybody asking you to vote. A vote, when you don't vote, you can't sit at the table and complain about what's on the menu if you don't sit up in here and decide who's making up the menu. We have got to vote. I know a lot of black men that's for Kamala Harris. Matter of fact, all that I know is for Kamala Harris. And we're going to show up at the polls. And we're going to stop this nonsense about there's so many black men for Donald Trump. Because it really ain't, dog. It really ain't. It's a few scattered here and there, but it ain't no movement. But if you want to see a movement, I'm going to give you a movement November 4th. Because the Steve Harvey Morning Show is in full-blown support of Kamala Harris. And we're going to show up. Sisters is going, but brothers is we going too. Because we're going to show them who we are. We're going to end this disrespect of our women like you think we have. But when you constantly show disrespect for us, we're going to show you how we feel about that. We're going to show up at the polls because we're going to decide this election. Those are my closing remarks today. Hey, y'all, talk to God today. He'd absolutely love to hear from you.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.